modes. Probably the hottest topic for intermediate guitar players who want to learn how to improvise freely, who want to learn how to understand their fretboard, but also at the same time, the topic of modes is probably the most misleading one, because the vast majority of the online guitar videos that you will watch are honestly not making it easy at all for you to really not only understand the modes but learn how to use them and improvise with them freely, how to use them to unlock your creativity. What will people tell you about the modes usually is that, you know, Mixolydian is the 5th mode of the major scale. Lydian is the 4th mode. Locrian is the 7th mode, and so on and so forth. I mean, come on. How many years does it have to take for the mainstream online guitar videos to finally catch up with the fact that, this is not working? This is what, you will learn in your first baby step into understanding the modes as like the theory kind of aspect. But that doesn't really help you to become a better improviser, does it? Let's approach modes through a completely different pathway this time. We will use the single most comfortable device that you have on the fretboard, and we will be able by the end of the video, by the end of this lesson, to use the minor pentatonic to be able to improvise using all the modes, and not only like playing with the modes, not only understanding the modes, but feeling the modes, hearing the modes. Let's do this. As you saw and heard here, all I was doing in order to play over this beautiful Phrygian track created by one of my students for our MGL, Modern Guitar Liberation Academy, was to just use the minor pentatonic and just target the right notes to make this sound, to the point. I wasn't even using all the notes of the Phrygian scale on purpose. I just stayed with the 5 notes of the minor pentatonic. But why? Why do we want to use the minor pentatonic in order to A, learn and understand the modes powerfully, and B, in order to be able to improvise using the modes? Why? Let's talk about this for a second. By using the minor pentatonic, what will happen is that you will get to see all the modes back to back. For example, let's take the 3 minor modes: Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian. Make all of them start from the same root note, from A, so A Dorian, A Aeolian, A Phrygian, and let's use the minor pentatonic to compare them to the minor pentatonic and to each other back to back. So listen to this. Let's go to your favorite position of the A minor pentatonic. Let's start from what you know 100%. No matter how advanced or beginner you are, you know this, right? Yeah, I need you to stop here. Like, don't go to the Don't go to that. Just stop here, stay here. What I want you to realize is that this has 5 notes. It's why we call it pentatonic. Now, if you want to play the Dorian, all we need to do is add 2 more notes to our minor pentatonic. Just look at this graph here. So the 2 notes that we will add to the pentatonic is the major second and the major sixth. So the B note and the F sharp here. And the note that makes this mode like really Dorian is the F sharp, the major 6. Which you can play here also. And you can see that those 2 notes, the B and the F sharp, are the only 2 notes that I don't have in my pentatonic. All the others are just pentatonic. Yeah? Now, same goes for the next mode, which is the Aeolian. All you need to do is turn that F sharp into an F natural. You can see in the graph here how the minor pentatonic connects with the Aeolian as well. All you need to do is play the minor pentatonic, add the B and the F. And then finally we will do the same thing for our Phrygian, which is we will just need to turn the B that was in Dorian and Aeolian into a B flat now. You can see how the Phrygian connects with the pentatonic in the graph here. Now, notice how those 3 modes started from Dorian to Aeolian to Phrygian. They start from the brightest sounding one, Dorian, the brightest minor mode, to the middle one, to the darkest one. Let's listen to them back to back. The major 6th makes the Dorian sounding bright. It's minor, but it's bright. Compared to the Aeolian, which gets slightly darker because it has a minor 6. Compared to the Phrygian, which gets even darker because it has a minor 2nd. Light to dark, Dorian, Aeolian, Phrygian. The 3 minor modes, back to back with the pentatonic, allows us to see all those things clearly. In order to learn how to practice this fully, not only on this position that I showed you, but on every possible position, without turning this video into a 40-minute proper masterclass, what I will kindly ask you to do is go and watch my viral video, which right now has 41,000 views the day that I'm recording, about how to practice scales. It's a video that I recorded and I uploaded on YouTube back in January 2025, where I explained to you the most powerful ways that you can use in order to practice not only the pentatonic, but any scale. Go there and come back here after you've watched that one, so that you learn how to practice all the modes everywhere. So it's not about cadence. If you want to learn how to practice your scales as a musician, not just as a guitar player, forget about cadence. Go to my video and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. It will appear somewhere around here. The next thing we will do is to look into our 3 major modes, meaning Lydian, Ionian, Mixolydian. Those 3 modes, again, I will show them to you in the sequence of light to dark, Lydian being the brightest one, Ionian, the major scale, being in the middle, and Mixolydian, the darkest major mode. Also, I will show them to you back to back with the pentatonic. Which pentatonic? The major pentatonic. Now, you might know that the A minor pentatonic is relative to the C major pentatonic, so it's just the same scale but starting from C, right? And ending on C, most importantly. Now, what we will do in order to be able to understand these things theoretically, visually, and most importantly, orally, is we need to use a C drone, a drone in C. Let me put one for you here. Okay, so here's our drone in C. In C. Drone in C. What we will do is play the major pentatonic. We understand that this is the root note now, right? And this scale now has root, major second, major third, perfect fifth, major sixth, root. So it's a pentatonic. All it's missing is the fourth and the seventh degree. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 1. But those degrees will come to us from the major modes. Lydian will have the sharp 4 and the major 7. Or you can play it like, wait a second, those were the two notes that the Dorian had that were outside of the pentatonic, the B and the F sharp, right? I'll get to that in a minute, how Dorian connects to Lydian. I'll get to that in a minute. Stay with me. We will resolve all the modal mess of all the years today in this video. So, Lydian, or the F sharp, you can put it here just like we did for Dorian. Back to back with the pentatonic. Now, we will do the same thing for the major scale, the Ionian. F natural. So the Lydian and the Ionian only have one note difference. The fourth in the Lydian is sharp 4. So we can call Lydian a major scale with a sharp 4. Okay? Now, the next one is Mixolydian. Major pentatonic. And now we will add the perfect fourth and the minor seventh. The minor seventh, the B flat. So this means that we could call our Mixolydian a major scale with a flat 7, basically. Okay, notice how it starts. Lydian is a major scale with sharp 4. Ionian is a major scale, so perfect 4. And Mixolydian, flat 7. Light to dark. Only one note changes at a time. Look at the graph. Only one note changes at a time between those three modes again. And use them back to back with the C major pentatonic so that you can apply them on every area of the fretboard, just like we said earlier. For example, say I want to improvise over Mixolydian. I don't need to think about, okay, I need to play over C Mixolydian, it's the 5th mode of the major scale, so I am in F major, and do all these mathematical equations. No need to do all of that. Just say C major pentatonic, add my extra 2 notes, anywhere that I am. Even when you are lost, you can just go to your C major pentatonic, you know. Okay, I can see my B flat here, I can put it in. same goes for all the modes. Let's say Lydian, yeah? Use the pentatonic as a soil, as a template that you can add 2 notes at a time, the modal notes, to make this powerful. You see what will make this amazingly insightful and powerful will be when you start realizing the concept of relativity between the modes. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure most of you are aware of the fact that, you know, A minor is relative to C major, just a minor third apart, you know, like 3 frets down. A minor, C major. You are aware that A minor pentatonic relative to C major pentatonic, right? So this is a concept that you can apply to the modes as a whole. From light to dark, we are talking about the relative light to dark twins. Dorian and Lydian, A Dorian and C Lydian, or no matter how you want to play it, they are the light twins, because Dorian is the brightest minor mode, Lydian is the brightest major mode. Therefore, by utilizing the concept of A minor to C major relativity, they are relative to each other. This means that you can use A minor pentatonic to play over Lydian. The positions that you know of the A minor pentatonic, you just need to add the 2 extra Lydian flavors that we talked about earlier, and you have your minor pentatonic down. I was just like using the positions of the minor pentatonic, adding the Lydian flavors. Same thing, of course, you can do with the minor scale and the major scale, Aeolian, Ionian. The same, they have the same notes. Major scale. So minor scale, major scale. Same notes, all the naturals, no sharps, no flats, yeah? And you can see both of them through the positions of the minor pentatonic again. And same will go, so this I call the middle twins, because they are not bright, they're not dark, they're in the middle. And now let's go to the dark twins. Phrygian, A Phrygian with Mixolydian, C Mixolydian, relative to each other, meaning they have the same notes, a minor third apart. So the Phrygian and the Mixolydian, same notes, the notes of the minor pentatonic plus a B flat and an F. So this means that brightest minor and brightest major relative to each other by a minor third. A Dorian with C Lydian, sorry. A Dorian with C Lydian. A Aeolian with C Ionian. A Phrygian with C Mixolydian. You can use the A minor pentatonic to play in all the 6 modes, the 3 minor and the 3 major modes. And all you would need to do is to add 2 notes every time. The notes that make the mode distinctive, the color of the mode. This is the last thing I want to tell you today, that the notes that are not in the pentatonic are the notes that will give you the modal flavor. Dorian. The F sharp. Phrygian. Lydian, again F sharp, but now the tonic is C. My root note is C now. F sharp, the Lydian note. With my C being the tonic, B flat, the Mixolydian note. And the most amazing thing, of course, is to see these things chordally, like connect chords to modes, but that's another story for another time. Okay? So, you can use the minor pentatonic to play over any mode of the 6 modes. We left Locrian outside for now because this is in the next videos. But you can use the minor pentatonic to play over the 3 minor modes and the 3 major modes and improvise fluently and have clear understanding and clear oral understanding of what you're doing. Feel the modes, hear the modes, and see them through the pentatonic, your most comfortable device. If you appreciate all the stuff that I just showed you, I want you to realize that these are all a tiny glimpse of my curriculum, of my online guitar academy called Modern Guitar Liberation. I'm basically running this academy since 2021. It's a global online guitar academy which focuses specifically on helping intermediate and advanced guitar players to up-level their game when it comes to improvising over chord changes, like being able to play over chord progressions properly in your solo to highlight the harmony, or chord melodies, like being able to do chord melodies, mix melodies and chords together at the same time, ear training, up-leveling like your rhythmic skills and your timing, you know, things like that, applying the harmony, doing a deep dive on harmony and implementing it on the fretboard and turning it into improvisational workouts. So yeah, if you've been following my videos and you feel like you might benefit a lot by working with me one-on-one on a personal level, feel free to reach out. I will be happy to even offer you a free call to meet each other before you know, anything happens. All my contact details are in the description of the video, either on my social media or on my email address, and I will be really happy to talk with you regardless of, you know, whether we end up like enrolling you into my online guitar academy or not. Okay, all the best. This was Konstantin, and greetings from the beautiful island of Sumba in Indonesia. Take care. Enjoy your practice time and your playing.